Between school, work, and pretty much every extracurricular activity students endure, fantasy football can be a great escape from reality. However, sometimes it can be a little bit distracting. Students use the Henry Madden Library not only to study for their classes, but sometimes to adjust their lineups. So we're going to talk about a couple things going on in the NFL, especially with playoffs coming up, and of course I'm introducing NBA teams as well. But like he said, let's go back to Mike Tomlin. Welcome to Sports Highlights. I'm Michael Scherr.
Welcome back to Fresno State Focus. I'm Michael Scherr. Fresno State has produced an incredible football season this year, and with bowl games right around the corner, rankings and predictions have the school extremely hopeful. It's that time of year again for people who like to live outdoors. Justin Meyer has more for the club for the outdoor lovers, the Fresno State Ski and Snowboard Club.
Well, see, here's the thing. As an NFL coach, no matter what you say, you know what's going on the field. They have the big jumbotron in the middle, right above the 50-yard line. Not to mention, you're down on the field, and you should be paying attention to everything. Now, Mike Tomlin says he's sorry. Do I believe him? Sure, he might be sorry. But what it ultimately comes down to is he was on the field, and in my opinion, he was on the field.
The Fresno State Bowling Club got the ball rolling on a tournament this past weekend. GJ Glutz has more.
The overtime where it came into the special teams play where it knocked off one of the Broncos players and ultimately ended in a Stephen Gostkowski field goal. But realistically, that was probably hands down the best game of the season, and I expect to see those two.
Fresno State's prayers to be invited to a BCS bowl game might be answered soon.
Moving on to incredible, let's talk about the NBA. There's been some surprising teams out in the NBA this season. I got to go with there's a couple. You know, Portland Trailblazers, they've been incredible. But
can't forget about Miami.
In my opinion, especially Miami. But in my opinion, it's the Indianapolis Pacers, or the Indiana Pacers, excuse me. Paul George has been outstanding, 24.9 points a game. And Roy Hibbert, who really wanted to step up in the defensive end, is averaging 3.5 blocks a game.
What roles Derek Carr plays in making that BCS game? Do you think that his Heisman status is possibly getting us more attention?
Yeah,
I'm actually hoping to go to Las Vegas. You know, Fresno State's supposed to be in the Las Vegas Bowl. It's on December 22nd if we make it. So pending this Saturday in our championship game, we'll see where that goes.
Absolutely. And you yourself are a Fresno State alumni. You must be proud to see this. Where do you think this team ranks in school history, in all the great football teams that have been here? Where does this team rank in your opinion?
When it comes down to Peyton Manning in the AFC race, he's simply been outstanding. He's got 4,125 yards on the season and an outstanding 41 touchdowns and a 68.1% completion rating. Now, those are through-the-roof numbers of a guy who was just coming off surgery 2 years ago and was thought his career to be over. So I got to go with my guy Peyton Manning.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, find out how students are helping victims of Super Typhoon Haiyan. Plus, see how a film festival is spreading diversity. All that when we come back.
And I'm Michael Scherr. Now let's toss it back to Ashley and Brian at the news desk.
Also, find out about the events that had students having fun and giving back. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.